know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pull it up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, done.
Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex.
Remember the days I was down?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Max Crosby. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
3rd down.
Gun now on 3rd down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Mack, draw play. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
And the Chargers first down.
run with Mack. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Chargers.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Mack. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage. And just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Peterson. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, You know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
At the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, L.A. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Rodgers now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
A run by Mack to start the drive. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammate's going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Rodgers. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need to.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Rashawn Gary able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
That is on the 7-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And that is incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Peterson. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that?
And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
9-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 23. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On first down, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking for Ruggs again, and he's got him again. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
On the carry.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Chargers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Los Angeles.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 13-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and it's 3rd and short.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone get 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Dancing to his left, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Joey Sly set to...
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Rodgers. Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine. Ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Rodgers. This one caught by Ridley. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 33. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They run it here with Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
4-yard line.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off now. On the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
First down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35.
Yeah, it's on.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. And it is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Rodgers to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And no, wide left. It's no good. And a tough finish to this one. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Chargers, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's a late season stumble as they're going to fall to 12-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag.